have a joke. I have a little bit of advice. If you are depending on Chat GPS to fill in your workbook, you're doing it wrong. All right, so I've got 3 areas I'm going to cover in the next 10 minutes. I'm the coordinator. This is just some of what I do. We're going to look at the safety plan, Fisher tips and tricks, and then finances, which I've cleverly titled 7 ways of to give. Okay, the plan, the safety plan is in your folder. It's the last page of the tack down pages in the middle. And please read through this. Most of you are going to be very familiar with it. I want to highlight a couple of key points. How do you get out of this building? Look, exit. Where else? Right, okay. How do you get downstairs? Does everyone know where the interior stairs are? This is really tricky. I was here a long time before this was explained to me, and in a way I could understand it. And the interior stairs to the basement are through that little door over there. This is Christian Ministries downstairs. If you enter into the long hall across the front of the building from the foyer to the ministry room where we have our LC, there's another door to the stairs there. Downstairs, there are several exits out. The main entrance we use is over there. That's important if we ever, as it gets cloudy here, or maybe the wind picks up and suddenly we're in a tornado situation. We want to go down those stairs right in the middle of the building. They call it the dining room. It has carpeting on it. And then the loft is upstairs. That's the youth area now. There is an exterior door out through there that you would use, say, if you had a fire drill. Be sure and it's a good reminder in that situation that every door that you go outside needs to be closed behind you, even if that means you lock yourself out of the building. We always keep the front door open, but an open door in a real fire is just a great way to add oxygen to a fire so it gets really big. Just a wonderful way to make it bigger, so close the doors behind you. Even though you have to, like in the loft, it means you're not going to be able to go back up those stairs to get back in. That's okay. All right. In red, important date, October 2nd. That's when we're having our fire drill. You'll be reminded about that, and you can, core groups, children, you'll have a chance to tell your folks before the fire drill, and it is Fire Safety Month, so it's a good time to be doing that. Yeah. Just by the way, don't tell them when the drill is, but here's what we have. Here's what happens if we have a fire drill. So when we do have a fire drill, they know what to do. All right, Fisher. Does everybody know how to get to Fisher? That's our online interface for CBS. You use it for, if we are to meet over Zoom, it will be done through the Fisher app. There's a page in your manual, page VII at the beginning. It's an online portal. I'll tell you a little information about this. Fun fact, everybody has a Fisher account. You may not have claimed your account, but if you put in an email, almost everybody, Dorothy, don't look at me like that. Almost everybody has a Fisher account. If you have an email on file, you have a Fisher account. And then you can go to fisher.communitybiblestudy.org and claim that account. It'll take you through a process to set up a password. And I want to show you a pair of really cool features in Fisher, which would be a good reason to know how to use this. And then again, as we have an emphasis on younger people, they're going to go, oh yeah, no problem. But the rest of us need to know how to get to these things. I think you have 2 accounts in Fisher. If you go, I'm using a screenshot from my account, but I believe this is the case for anybody in a leadership position. If you click on your name, you'll get a drop-down menu, and I have 2 roles here: participant and coordinator. If the to get to the cool stuff, you need to click on your role as a participant. And this is where you can you can actually see the lessons for every week. And day by day, you could actually write your lessons answers in this program. And if you were like really cool and had amazing connections while you're here, you could bring your tablet in and read your answers off your tablet. If you remember to save each answer as you write it in, and as I said, if you have a tablet and whatnot, you can print them out also. So if you got to where you couldn't handwrite anymore, or maybe I've done this when I've traveled, I didn't want to lug my book around, you can do it in there, print it out to share in class. Now, the other really cool thing for those of you who like podcasts and audiobooks is you can actually, Fisher will read to you. And that's what the Listen to the Audio Commentary is about. And when you're faced with, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 pages of very dense text the day after you had a very intensive day at CBS, it's also known as Thursday, starting tomorrow, you could listen to the auditory text, maybe follow along in your book, take some notes or whatever, but it's a real good introduction to this feature. They also have all the Bible passages, and you can listen to the Bible passages too. So, and all of this can be accessed on your phone, as well as a tablet or a PC. So it's just kind of a really cool, handy little thing about Fisher. So I encourage you to explore it and share that with everybody you know in CBS. And now we will get to money. Our registration fee and tax-deductible contributions are the topic here. The CBS budget for U.S. adult is $215. If you look at, again, at the same page with the Fisher stuff, on the bottom you'll see it has the ECFA logo, which means that this is a very reputable group with your money. And there's some hints, there's information there about the registration fees and tax-deductible contributions. And that their suggested additional donation beyond the $35 registration fees works out to about $5 a week. It's actually a little bit more than that from the number now in the authorized slides we got from CBS. We're in a changing environment with money these days. The CBS budget for a U.S. adult is $215. If you subtract 35 from that, you're going to get 180. If you divide that by the 30 lessons in the book, that's $6 a week as their recommended, and that will cover your costs to CBS in Colorado Springs. And however, in addition to that, we have local expenses. Let me show you where all this goes. We've got our, out of that money, goes to the administrative needs, next gen ministry, financial and IT support, curriculum development, Fisher development, and CBS ministry worldwide. We've had some wonderful people come in sharing with us about the worldwide ministry. It's definitely an emphasis. Locally, in addition to everything else, we do pay, we hire professional help through the church to take care of our full nursery. We have no openings in the nursery right now, which is just thrilling. I love that. And also, after all our expenses are paid, anything given to the general, to the class fund, it's not bespoke for a specific ministry, such as Worldwide Ministries. We do, at the end of the year, Colorado Springs gifts 15% of that back to our host church. CBS does not pay rental for meeting places. They rely on the generosity of local groups, and Harvest is very, very kindly allowing us to meet here. So that's something to think about as you give also, that 15% of it does come back as a gift to bless this church. Okay, now the changes for this year. Banking This is mostly because of changes in banking regulations and liability of people in charge of CBS. We no longer have a local checking account. Those are no longer permitted. Now, it was not simple to, Betsy's smiling, she's to close that account, and it uncovered a lot of problems, like who the account was actually, whose name the account was actually in. And again, we bumped into a lot of regulations about getting people, in some cases, in some churches, organizations and people that were long gone had to sign off on checking accounts to get these things even closed. So instead of a checking account, we are part of a corporate account that is managed out of Colorado Springs. Our funds are accounted for separately, and we've been issued 2 purchasing cards, corporate credit cards essentially, for the majority of our purchases. If you should be in a position where you need to purchase something, first of all, make sure it's an approved purchase, and I can give you a list of what those are. It's a pretty narrow group of things that we can actually get reimbursed for, and then the preferred method of being reimbursed is electronically directly into your account. And if you have any concerns about that, it's possible to get a check from corporate, but it takes a long time. It would be better if you were not in that position at all, and that if the purchasing was done by somebody with a purchase card. Right now, Jan has one, and Betsy has one. Okay, then the 7 ways to give comes about because we don't keep money here anymore. We definitely still collect it, but we have to pass it on to Colorado Springs. And as you know, it's never a good idea to mail cash. It is strongly discouraged. So, but that doesn't mean that we won't accept cash. In fact, it's legal tender, we welcome cash. Other ways to give would be personal checks. You can actually do a money order or a cashier's check, or go through 3 electronic ways. Would anyone like to try this QR code for me? This is the CBS Giving app. See if it works. CBS does not accept electronic transfers from common commercial. Did it work? Did it go somewhere? Push back? Did you get it?
It's slow.
It's slow, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It brought up something.
Yeah, it's working.
I didn't know there was a CBS app.
I didn't know either.
Okay, there is an app for giving. And, you know, if you are in the world of financial apps, it is incredibly fast and convenient. It is a proprietary app for CBS. They do not accept electronic transfers from such common places as PayPal or Zelle, or any of the others you young people like. No good, won't do it.
Can I just mention that that is in your book?
Yes,
So,
yes it is, yes. If we can get back to the screen grab,
Oh, yeah, it worked. I got it.
Winston says 9 minutes.
I don't know. Somewhere on Fisher, there's also a place to donate. You made it, yes,
I made it.
good.
It works.
I did it actually before, I did it this summer to try it out, and it's very easy to go on, you can put any amount, weekly, monthly, however, it's very simple.
Right.
to do, and it keeps me not having to think about that. Yes.
Yes, the automatic, yes, exactly. And that's why I'm mentioning the $6 a week and all. So that's a little different. We will be converting cash to money orders, and probably, if you want to help with our expenses at all, the worst thing you can do is put I hate to say this, you put a 20 in an envelope with your name on it and say $5 for international ministry, $15 for general ministry, with your name on it, because we have to issue a separate money order for each person that gives cash. So if you want true anonymous giving, Open Plate or, right? That's really about it. Open Plate, general giving. And, or, you know, if you want to donate financially without incurring this expense of money orders, personal checks or getting your own money order or cashier's check are the most cost-effective ways to donate. Because
Or just do it online, yeah.
or the online, right, if you wanna do that, right. Diane,
Maybe you're going to get to this, but what should core leaders be telling our core members then as far as their donations?
well, we're gonna have envelopes, we're gonna have the QR codes on the front of the envelopes, which we did last year. And about the third week of September, I'm doing a presentation and an opening.
Okay.
And I don't know, it's,
So should we tell them that they're encouraged to give by check? Should we not say anything at all?
it's really tough. I hate to say to somebody, we don't accept cash.
Right, right.
The CBS would like us to get away from receiving cash, and I don't see how you do that.
Right, because there are
That's
people who are
absurd.
used to, for decades, they've been putting $2 in there.
Right, yes, and even $1 or $2 is most welcome,
Okay. But then you
very
put
welcome.
money for it.
Right. So long as they're not attaching their name to it, the cash is okay, because you're.
Definitely, anonymous cash is best.
Okay.
We accept all kinds of cash. And we just have to see what happens with these expenses on the money orders
Yeah.
down the line. It's just unavoidable. And as again, a lot of this came about because of changing in banking regulations that they're reacting to.
Okay, so we just pass the envelope and really don't say anything and let you handle
Right.
it on first. Okay.
Some of it will go over orientation, but not in detail, you know.
Right.
But at least you can answer questions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
No other
There will be
questions?
there are always questions.
I mean, I'm just messing with the app right now. I don't know if the app, I mean, from what we're seeing, and she didn't log in as herself when she added her phone number in, but it just has the one category, you
It's
know,
like
global
global.
missions.
Oh,
So
You
I
can't
don't-
change it.
Yeah, there's no other category.
global missions.
Right. And so I don't know if you can like say
So
like.
is there
oh, you
different
like-
codes for, because I see you have 4 codes there.
Well,
There's
one's
a
high,
drop
one's
down
very
for
low. Yeah,
other
so I don't know if
options.
you could even put down like, oh, you want to go to our.
I've got it. So maybe, yeah.
Okay. I have
If
three
you go
options.
into
Okay.
classes,
Or maybe I
it'll
can
give you a
go.
list of states and then
Okay.
you just go from there.
Okay.
Yeah. But ours is in there. Frederick is in
Oh,
there.
that's really cool. Is it let you pick like?
Yeah, it says
Then you
give.
go give.
Yeah, and it'll have the give button on there.
So it's really important to find the class.
Yeah.
Okay,
You have to go look for it, but.
okay.
When is the Bible?
Well, we actually have another QR code that is for the class itself. That's why these slides say 2 ways to give. So, and what that, it's supposed to go to the giving page. When I tried it with my phone, it wanted me to download an app before I went to the giving page. So that's not exactly going directly to the giving page, and I'm in correspondence with them about that. If you have our website, you can donate there also. Directly, or through Fisher. There's a donate button on the Fisher page.
And y'all's pictures are on here too.
How about that? You can add your picture in your profile. You can update your profile. That was the first thing that happened to me when I took this role. It's great you're here, give us your picture. So that's it. I do many things. You'll hear from me again, and I don't want to take the time for individual situations, but, yeah, that's my 3 times. topics, unfinished, the end. Thank you.